ad astra abyssas.
Evening or I've got to remember I have a fragile resin I haven't used it. I'm not going to burn it tonight because I've got things to do already. I have 3 days to settle the crystal event, so I need to at least start on something here. Yeah, work has been okay. Work has been occupying my mind lately. So the last 2 days, I'm not getting much done at work, but it is occupying my brain. So the last 2 days, I've just been able to do my dailies, and then just went off. I didn't even want to bother to stream because it was just a little bit too rushed in a sense.
The world
So
remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water.
transitory. Yes, I know, Drayden.
Transitory.
Okay, so what I'll do tonight is do the usual, where did my, the usual Momiji clear. I think I can clear one of
All the world holds
Bennett's
dear is
artifact
but a backdrop
today.
of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging.
Then I'll clear the list. Then I'll go with the crystals. And I'm on a tight time schedule also. Ah, I was thinking about putting in a chilling or just chilling kind of tag to the channel, but obviously in certain days like today, it's not chilling. Come on, where are you? One, two, three, and then there's one more in the Neko land. I cleared out some of my artifacts so that this is less of a drag. But I also started a new procedure which I track what I actually uh, got from the drops so as to make my clearing it out later a bit easier. It's a bit slower, but overall still an improvement. Okay, let's get this over with.
Shine down!
Stabilize. This is order.
Share my knowledge. This way, Turtle. You're toast. Out of the frying pan into
Inazuma shines eternal!
38, 40, 44. Doesn't feel like a 44. I think it's the initial period. Oh god, this is crap. Tiny miracle plume, which is crap. Scarlet goblet. This is not good, but yeah. Scarlet. Fate. so I note down these two. So later when I come back to dispose of them, I know which ones to look for specifically. I don't need to keep going through.
Illusion shattered.
I will have order.
Make yourselves at home. Grow, grow, grow. Eat this.
Shine down.
No, he obviously can't put up his shield if he's dying and being juggled. This isn't death. Okay. Sojourner, right? Sojourner circlet. Don't know whether I'm pronouncing it correctly, but what the hell? Sojourner flower. This is not good. Oh, this is terrible. And then circlet from reminiscence. Hmm. Basically, in a way, it also helped me track the stats. At the current moment, is just trying. I found maybe 2 day, one to 2 days worth of uh this domain. In terms of purple, I get maybe 1 or 2 hits for all that drop. What the hell?
Solidify. This is order.
Yeah, my ping is a bit high.
Find my knowledge. This may hurt a little. Boba, get them. You're toast.
Now you shall perish.
Okay, my ping was a bit strange just now. I'm not sure whether that affects your time, clear time. I suspect to the server it will look like you're a bit slower. Crit damage at ish. Sojourner circlet again. This one is not great. Reminiscence circlet. Not great. Probably a throw anyway. Fake flower. Not terrible, but not what I'm looking for. The rest I don't really care because I'll set them to they are auto absorbed anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, my ping is better now.
There is no escape.
Order guide you.
The Temple of Wisdom. Eat this. After my camp.
Illusion shattered. Shine down.
Oh, that was 45. That would really be 45 because I was busy juggling him around. Reminisce. Yeah. Okay. Sojourner Feather Plume. So was it a flower or plume? Anyway, I'll just take a look for it. Tiny Miracle Circlet. To be honest, this isn't terrible. If it was a 5-star. Circlet for Fate. What I'll do next turn is because it's halfway through, I'll just do one time clear clear into Bennett before I draw the next set. And my ping just went up again. It's very strange.
There is no escape.
This is order.
Make yourselves at home. Commit it to memory. You're toast! Nova, get the...
Illusion shattered.
He dinged me a little bit just now. That's why I don't. I'm aiming for C2 Dongli. Ah, crap! I forgot to clear for Bennett. Ah well, next round then. Healing bonus. Okay, this is good enough that I'll hold. Healing bonus is quite rare. Plume for Sojourner. Not great. Circlet for Sojourner. Not great. And lastly, Goblet for Terrible. Goblet for Reminiscence. Okay. I need to I need to remember to clear for Bennett. I think I have enough space, but best to clear it. Thing is back to where I expect it to be.
There is no escape.
Gather. I will have order.
The Temple of Wisdom. Hey, out of the frying pan, into the...
Shine down. Ha! Torn to oblivion.
33. That looks more correct. Oh wait, Bennett. It was this one, the flower. Oh, it's only 17. That's weird. Might not be able to finish tonight then. Okay. This is why this is important because now I look at the this is the Sojourner. I know to look for Sojourner had how many plumes? One, two, possibly three. This one, not this one. So the next one is circlet with three. This is EM. Can't afford it. Can't afford not to have it. I'm not a big fan. Oh yeah, I'm not a big fan of this either. Then finally, one potential feather flower. Let's just take a look, see whether there is one. Two actually. Okay. I should really take a closer look at how Bennett is progressing. This one I don't like, and this one I don't like. So okay, just get rid of them. In Tiny Miracle, I had one flower, one circlet. Just goblet. This is the circlet one. This one I think. Yeah. Flower. This looks okay. It could be feather. I suspect I misread mis. Yeah. So yeah, if I didn't make the here it is. Okay. Reminiscence is two circlet and a goblet. It's this one. Goblet circlet is this one. This one? Death plus 4, yeah, probably. But let's send this off first. Because I still circled somewhere here. Yeah, this one. And then goblet feather, goblet flower circlet. This one. Feather, I didn't go a flower. It's definitely flower. This one, I think. Circlet. This one, yeah. Okay. It reached level 19. I'm not going to be able to clear this tonight. Okay, let me just cross off these that I've already gotten. 6, 12, 14. Weird. 6, 12, 14. So 14 so far from 6 runs, I think. Bleh. Sojourner circlet. Goblet. Tiny miracle goblet. My pen having some issues. Sorry about that. It's slowing me down. No, I have that was 5 runs. Okay. The previous number of 14 was 5 runs. Now it's 17 at 6 runs. And not a single good one.
There is no
Yeah,
escape.
my ping is going up
Solidify.
all over
Order
the
guide
place.
you.
Share my knowledge. Grow, grow, grow. You're toast. Nice and spicy.
Illusion shattered. Now you shall perish.
Borderline weird ping. EM have to keep. The EM is so rare, I got no choice on that one. This is a circlet that potentially will keep. So, Sojourner, right? Yeah. So I'll just mark it. Sense, a miracle sense. So one in maybe 20 plus, 25, I'll say. So 4% chance. Ah, last one. The reason why the ping feels odd is because it's not responding to my
Shine down.
command quick
Gather.
as
I will
crisply
have
as I'm
order.
used to.
Make yourselves at home. Commit it to memory.
There is no escape. Inazuma shines eternal.
Xiangling should have enough, yes. Oh, double gold drop. Decent enough. Not great. Energy recharge, not great, but ER is also a bit rare nowadays. Sojourner Sands. And Fake Goblet. Okay, let me pop out and clear this into the Bennett pool, the Bennett artifacts. I hope the ping stabilize because I don't like trying combat missions with a poor ping. But what choice do I have with 3 days left?
Benny's adventure team, assemble!
Banner is not in any team and his attack is 116. Okay. Looking at the wrong person. Okay, 16. Okay. Okay.
Oh, ow!
What's
Where
his
did
E?
that come from?
Right now, 227. That's good. Healing bonus of 50%. I actually haven't checked his healing. How much is healing by, but that's not super critical right now. Oh, I might be able to complete then. Well, hard to say. Sojourner. Ah, this one goes away. I think the others are actually okay. Okay, so that's fine. Then sense. This one. Okay. Tiny Miracle Goblet and Sense. This one probably. This one. Near. But I think I need one more. Fate Goblet. Probably this one. Yes, that. Yes, I do need one more. I'm not finding one that I can get rid of. Okay, just leave it for now because I'm going to go clean up the what anyway. Clean up the mobs here. I should get at least one more low level artifact. Low star artifact. So I might be able to clear it from there. Okay. I'm not going to break out a healer for that little stretch. So okay, she's now back to full. Now the reason why I
The world
didn't
remains constant.
didn't want
Centuries.
to
But
bring out the reason why I want to put her back to full is I want to try this scheme out again for the dailies. It's a good place to learn how to. One sec. It's a good place to learn how to use a character, so that's why I'm putting some focus on it. Haven't respawned yet? Okay, fine. It's not a big deal.
Another test.
The wind knows me.
Let's move up. Hold the line.
The wrong head. End you.
Buckle up.
Yeah, she's definitely slower than I like, which is a problem. Uh, Not about whether I like her or not, lah, but it's a problem because how do I put it? She's doing way less damage than I recall, even with her burst, because her burst is about 6k per hit, so she's actually not doing as much damage as I would like.
Time to go. Let's get down. One with nature.
Allow me.
Wait, I just want to check. Yeah, her just on her own without Bennett, right? She upped her attack by about 600 points. Into 1007. So with Bennett, it'll be
Let's get it on.
oh, I doubled. You need to be very careful where you are standing in relation to your circle. That's one of her core weakness. Better than Bennett in that Bennett cannot move her circle at all.
Time to go. The wind knows me.
Rest and rebuild.
Buckle up.
Okay, that's interesting. I think that sequence is better. The rotation sequence is better. If so, one sec, just let me adjust it. So what I want to do is use Kazuha together, use Kokomi to set up the first heal, then Deya comes in to throw her circle. Uh, he Deya's circle trick need to go in first. Okay, this part let me figure it out. Okay, now for that
Time to go.
artifact, hopefully it's here.
Another test zone.
Yeah.
Allow me.
Look alive. Huh. Cha.
That's faster.
Hi. Ha. Ha. Hi. Cha. Ha.
The important thing is that she is actually very good at stun locking things. So there's a radish here somewhere? Or got burned away? Oh, never mind. Not important. Yeah, the artifact is there. That's good. Bennett? Not enough? Not enough. Okay, let's just wait for a few more long. What to do? While we are here. Yeah, my ping is exceptional. Unusually high. Okay, so the ores will disappear for about 3 days before they respawn. Yeah, so that's a good thing to know. Okay, time to do work. I think this is the low level one. Wait, doesn't Deya provide speed boost? Yeah, during daytime it will allow you to run. I would like to pair her with Rosaria. Actually, that's a thought because Rosaria is also a beat stick.
Rest and rebuild.
Into the wind. The wind knows me. Buckle up. Rah! Kya! Huh! Huh! Rah! Kya!
Yeah, you don't need to fight them. You can just run past them. The rotation feels a bit more natural. I don't think at this moment I don't think Kokomi is actually the best hydro applicator, but she is a reliable one. I have a strong suspicion that uh, Barbara will actually work the best. But I have here's something. When she throws down her molten inferno or indomitable flame, does it does it apply uh, pyro to herself? Apparently not. Okay, here's the thing about Fury Sanctum. It doesn't require you to deal the damage to be the one doing the damage. As long as you take a damage, the field will coordinate. It's much the same as Raiden, but it must do damage. It won't work on shields. Okay. Okay. No, I was just thinking because Barbara's E uh will will tag Hydro to the active character. If she can clear it, it's not bad. Okay. Anyway,
The scenery. Wonderful.
oh then I may as well do this one first. Ah, I'm quite tired to be honest, but I cannot leave. Eh, uh, eh, eh, look, never mind.
One with nature.
Unfortunate, but you were in the way, dear. Yeah, at one point this was a frustrating thing. Uh, in Inazuma exploration because the hills they are not confirmed climbable. There will be areas where you are blocked from traveling upwards because of the unevenness. Anyway,
Time to
oh,
go.
this is
Into the wind.
Look alive! Ah! Ah! Hi! Ha! 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 Yeah! Kya! Cha! Ha! Tya! Kya! Ha! Kya! Allow me!
One with nature.
how is she in terms of shield breaking? Um,
Ah!
I think you have to bear in mind that she was setting the whole place on fire, and the fire will eat into the yeah. You see, the fire will eat into the electro mage's shield very quickly. She is unnice in that sense, lah. Do I think she's good? I don't think she's as bad as people make her up to be, but she's surprisingly not living up to my expectation. But it's still early days, so may not be fair to judge her so harshly.
Time to go. The wind knows me.
Rest and rebuild! Let's get it on! Hi! Hurrah! Hi! Kya! Hold the line! Look alive! Hi! Huh!
Where are you?
Ha!
Stop running away, you butts.
Kya!
Into the wind.
Rest and rebuild! Let's get it on! Kya! Hurrah! Hi! Ha! Kya! You're dead meat! Cha! Hurrah! Huh! Hurrah!
unfortunately, that depleted her energy quite heavily, and it's difficult to recover her energy. That's why I pair her with Kazuha. But if I forget to use Kazuha to farm back energy for her, then it gets very difficult. But I have to say, she's very indiscriminate, but not in the her approach to fire is very different from Xiangling's approach to fire. That's what I can say. Oh, wood. One sec. I need
The
to check on
desert's a
something.
tough adversary.
This one, yes, correct. This one we can repeat this, no problem. This one is not done yet. This one is not done yet. Okay, good.
But at least it doesn't hide anything. What you see is what you get, and whether you take on the challenge is entirely up to you.
I like this line specifically. For in this quest, I like it quite nicely, quite well, because it is a little bit of humor. And I think I'm in. Do I have a time limit? Um, I would normally feed this one anyway when I come by, so I may as well do it. The cat, feeding the cats. And that's all the commission completed. I know I'm sounding very tired. I am very tired. Okay. I'm here to turn in the commission.
Ad Astra. Thank you for completing today's Ad Astra Abyssal.
Oops, wrong. Okay. Then the next one is to. Okay. Aside from Zhongli, she's the one that I gave the geo wings because it ties in with her color scheme quite nicely. Not a total match, but quite nice.
Okay, okay.
Okay, I need to at least open the quest. If I don't do it, I will have problems soon. Ah, Yeah, that's why I needed to open this thing because they have a tendency to put a very worthy quest in front of any event. Crit damage, so you need to have a crit monster to begin with. No, I don't. She's not ready, number one, and she doesn't have her energy, number two. But you have to pick a team anyway. How many? Six. I think I can only do half. Vaporize. Um, see how that works. First half is Nemesis is Hydro. This is the Hydro and a whole bunch. The second half is more room guards than anything else. So the first half you'll want uh, a gatherer. So Kazuha will go in there and Yoimiya. If Yoimiya, then I don't need Kazuha. Yelan and this one I will basically transmission after triggers the okay, that's fine. After a character triggers, okay, my intention is basically Yoimiya. Party setup will be Zhongli, Yelan, and Yoimiya. Kazuha probably. Kazuha, Yelan, Yoimiya. Xingqiu will work too, but okay. Second half is oh yeah. In this one, you'll want the pyro. Okay, to what I want to do in this case is Raiden will lead. Nahida. I need someone to trigger Kokomi. Kokomi, where are you? And then lastly, I don't know, and at the current moment, I honestly have to say I don't really care. So how would this work? I need these two to trigger, and then I'll just need them to just blow everything away. So actually, it will be more like this. Kokomi will drop out, then Nahida first, then Kokomi or Paronado, Kokomi, Raiden. Okay, let's see how it works out.
One with nature.
Time for a light show.
Solidify!
Busted.
Fuse is lit.
Gotcha.
Time for a light show.
The wind knows me.
Stabilize!
Quietly now.
Solidify!
Into the wind.
Here comes the cash.
The fuse is lit.
Gather! This is order.
One with nature.
Busted.
Fire hazard. Here come the fireworks.
The wind knows me.
Solidify!
Gotcha.
The fuse is lit.
Stabilize!
I don't know.
Sharing my knowledge. Hey. Eat this.
Shine down.
I see everything. Make yourselves at home. I'm the frying pan.
no escape.
Hold the line. Everyone hold hands.
Illusion shattered.
I forgot to check that this guy is. I forgot that this guy is actually around.
Rest and rebuild.
Shine down.
Hey. Yeah. Sharing my knowledge. Boba, get them. Everyone hold hands.
Now you shall perish. Illusion shattered.
Hey. Make yourselves at home. Allow me.
Torn to oblivion. Shine down.
You're toast. I see everything. Sharing my knowledge.
Inazuma shines eternal. There is no escape.
Three 848 is only considered gold. Okay. I suspect it's more than enough. Yeah. You just need 2,000. Okay, no flip. Slow reaction. Do I have enough? Well, technically I have. The problem is that one character, so you need a attacking character. So for example, in this case, I have Kazuha. Oh, hang on, let me just set that harmonic up to be the same anyway. But over here, you need to have an animal character. I'm actually more inclined to use Sucrose, but let's go with this guy. I have no clue how to do this. This one, let's use Paronado. Because I know how to use it with the three of them. Whereas this one, Yeah, this is why I would have preferred to take up plan B. So in this case, what I'll do is I'll just have to, just simply out firepower the whole lot. I don't think it's a very good way of doing things, but what to do. Uh oh right, I forgot to.
Shine down.
Into the wind.
Everyone hold hands. Make yourselves at home. Eat this.
Illusion shattered.
Cha, cha.
Insolent. Torn to oblivion.
One with nature.
The Temple of Wisdom.
Now you shall perish.
Into the wind.
Make yourselves at home. Hey,
I'm just brute forcing this really
into the fire. You
because I
Shine
didn't.
down.
One with nature.
Everyone hold hands. The Temple of Wisdom.
There is no escape. Torn to oblivion.
The wind knows me.
Make yourselves at home. Hey,
Shine down.
nice and spicy. Eat this.
Now you shall perish.
In that sense, I don't need to worry so much already.
Gather another test subject.
Quietly now. Things are about to get dicey.
Time for a light show.
Stabilize. I will have order.
Animal hypostasis emulate.
Gotcha. Game's up. Fun's over.
The fuse is lit. A festive reprise. I'm very sick.
Solidify. This is order.
Animal test 6308. Enhanced animal.
Quietly now. Things are about to get dicey.
Gold bishop down. Fire hazard.
Another test subject.
Should I swap the order around? Kazuha is much more valuable here.
Gather. I will have order.
Gotcha. Game's up. Fun's over.
I'm getting sick of this deal.
New punch. Solidify. This is order.
Stand clear. Swirl. Mark 2.
Here comes the catch.
Stabilize. I will have order.
Enhanced animal module.
Quietly now. Game's up. Fun's over.
The fuse is lit.
Trick is a bit low. It's a bit low. I should have swapped the two around. Yoimiya and Yelan is much better in the first half. But and Raiden will likely have thought through. Okay, I'm curious enough to want to try that. So let's take a look see. The harmonics is going to be the same. What is different is I want to swap the teams over. Then sucrose. No, sucrose, no, over here. Sucrose, Yelan, Yoimiya. There'll be electro and there'll be pyro, but pyro, yeah, can. Okay. Over on this side is Kazuha. Kazuha opens. Kazuha opens. Nahida nails everybody. Then who? Yes, doesn't hurt. That will trigger bloom. Okay, can. Let's try this.
Gather. Order guide you.
Swirl, Mark 2.
Things are about to get dicey.
Time for a light show.
Solidify.
Animal hypostasis emulate.
Game's up. Fun's over.
Fire hazard.
Gather. I will have order.
Animal test 6308. Swirl, Mark 2.
Gotcha. Here comes the catch.
Yes, but they are immune to pyro attack, sure. But Yelan's attacks are not pyro attacks.
Solidify. Order guide you.
Stand clear. Animal hypostasis emulate.
Quietly now. Things are about to get dicey.
The fuse is lit.
Good. This is the part where Yoimiya will really shine.
Gather. I will have order.
Swirl, Mark 2.
Busted. Here comes the catch.
Fire hazard.
Solidify. This is order.
Animal test 6308. Enhanced animal.
Quietly now. Game's up. Fun's over.
Not as deadly as Raiden, but much better at taking care of this little problem.
Stabilize. I will have order.
Swirl, Mark 2.
Cock up the rotation at the last minute, but should be okay. And
What you got?
To the wind.
Everyone hold hands. Sharing my knowledge. Rest and rebuild.
There is no escape.
The wind knows me.
The Temple of Wisdom.
Inazuma shines eternal.
One with nature.
Make yourselves at home. A brash maneuver. Hold the line.
Shine down. Torn to oblivion.
Into the wind.
I see everything. The Temple of Wisdom.
Illusion shattered. Now you shall perish.
I'm not here to conserve energy or anything like it. My job is to tear through this entire thing quickly.
One with nature.
Everyone hold hands. Sharing my knowledge. Rest and rebuild.
There is no escape. Torn to oblivion.
Yeah.
Hey. Yeah.
Illusion shattered.
The wind
The
knows.
rotation is slightly off, and I'm a little bit off my game
Yourselves
already.
at home. I'm helping out. Hold the line.
Now you shall perish.
Following order. New punch.
Some target
Insolent.
One with nature.
Sharing my knowledge. Allow me.
There is no escape. Torn to oblivion.
Three 608 is a new record. It's a bit higher. I am still struggling a bit. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do all of them tonight. I'm going to do one more, and I think I'll have to call it a night. Finish the rest tomorrow. Vaporize was okay. Basically, it needs to be hot. Vaporize overload. Okay, can. Second half, I'll use. Okay, first half. Okay, can. First half is the lightest half. So first half is Kazuha team. Second half is Raiden Nahida. But I want to put in a swirl. No, it's a Burgeon. Tignari. I want a healer. Burgeon. Burgeon. I need. Okay. Basically, second half team will be this. Where's my? Yeah. And then one more. First half team is a lot of. Okay. Okay. second half team, I will actually go with this, except this. Or Pyro Swirl, Vaporized Swirl. Basically anything hot. I don't really need this. Or is it better to be this? Actually, it's better to be this because elemental damage. Okay, that's what I'm thinking anyway. Yeah, okay. Why do I need Raiden here? Okay, anyway, here is... Yeah, I don't need Raiden here. I need Raiden here. I'm not that good, to be honest. Okay. Is there any... Okay, never mind. Hang on. Elemental damage, not burst damage. I don't need the crit stat. Okay, so here is... The idea is to set it up such that Raiden will kill... all these things, in the end, Raiden will kill everything up. But the second half... Okay. Yoimiya can do a lot of it. But what I can do... Okay. What I want to do is I want to bring... Not a good time to learn what to do, but yeah, what can I say?
The wind knows me.
Everyone hold hands. Make yourselves at home. Boba, get them. You're toast.
Illusion shattered.
I don't know what the hell that was that I picked up, but I'm okay with it. Okay.
There is no escape. One with nature.
I see everything. The Temple of Wisdom. Out of the frying pan, into the fire. Hey-ya!
Shine down.
I never use...
The wind knows me. As one with wind and cloud.
Everyone hold hands. Sharing my knowledge. Nice and spicy. You're toast.
Illusion shattered. Inazuma shines eternal. One with nature. Clouds hide. The birds come.
I see everything. The Temple of Wisdom.
There is no escape. Now you shall perish. Ha! Into the wind.
Hey! Sharing my knowledge. Boba, get them. Hey-ya!
Shine down. Inazuma shines eternal.
stage knows me. Falling leaves, adorn my night!
Everyone hold hands. The Temple of Wisdom. Out of the frying pan, into the fire. Eat this!
Torn to oblivion!
Okay. Yeah, I'm really too tired for this shit. But this is enjoyable for me? Yes. Okay.
This is order.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Things are about to get dicey.
The fuse is lit.
Machine gun Yoimiya.
Gather! Order guide you.
I'm going in!
Busted. Game's up. Fun's over.
Fire hazard.
Yeah. I mean, I think Raiden would have done this a little bit more time, but
I will have order.
Yoimiya is not a bad choice either.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Gotcha. Here comes the cash.
Time for a light show.
Look at the health bar go down, man.
Solidify. This is order.
Get out of here! Everybody stand back!
Quietly now. Things are about to get dicey.
The fuse is lit.
Stabilize.
I'm going in!
Game's up. Fun's over.
Time for a
Yeah, that was a bit tight just now. My energy rotation was thrown off by the distance that they are at.
Gather. Order guide you.
Get out of here! Everybody stand back!
Busted. Things are about to get dicey.
fire hazard.
Yeah, could be a bit better, yes. Do I think my ability is abyss ready? No. If it's really already, platinum shouldn't be a problem. In fact, let's just take a closer look. And this one. Okay, the rest I'll play another day. Okay, but I was trying to look for something else. Okay. This one is I really paired it up almost perfectly. Almost. Raiden was running a little bit slower than usual on the first half. I need to tune that. And I think what happened was my rotation slipped and my NG restoration is a little bit off. But Yoimiya just blazed through the second half, basically. These two, the first one is I matched the wrong thing. Then I flipped the team around, still have some problems. Okay. This, I totally screw up on this one. So, need to, if I really want to do it, have to redo. Okay. quicken. Okay. Freezing. Okay, freezing is I have two. I have Ayaka and Ganyu. But I'm not familiar with either. Okay, I'm familiar with Ayaka. Ganyu is a bit more difficult. Quicken. Oh, wait, this is quicken. This is a strat. That's weird. Anyway, I can't do these tonight. Too tired. And I have something on that I need to pay attention to coming up, so I can't exactly do this now. But basically, I can see what the trend is. I don't think I'll have a problem tomorrow. Uh, and I probably have um, keep an eye on the video as it goes up. I quite there's an intensity that makes the combat enjoyable. So I did enjoy it. It's just that I also realize I'm too tired to fully push into it. I quite like that I can cut loose with the characters now, and with the energy generation, I just need to be careful to make sure that it's correct. And most of my characters feel that they have been built correctly. Uh, can optimize definitely, but built correctly, able to get back the energy that they need, and able to inflict the damage that they are doing. So it's something that I'm happy about lah. And no damage. Yes, that's good. Why am I? You see, basically, there's no good reason for me to be using that team. Okay. Yeah, that looks about right. Uh, 10 resin will be 80 minutes, and it will start regenerating the minute I cleared my first. So it's about we have been streaming for about 90 minutes. So about correct. Yes. Mm. That will push. Yeah, that drop push me up 2 levels, and I got an achievement today. Oh, no, not this is not today. This one. Oh, okay. Defeat 4 opponents with Burgeon within 2 seconds. Yeah, I think this. I'll go back to the video and double check this one. What happened? But it's basically Burgeon will be, yeah, Nahida and probably Nahida and Xiangling. Oh, I mean these are very quite contrived because okay, first off you must have more, usually more than 4 opponents to ensure this happening. In this case, you must fight two primal construct, and they must go into invisibility together. So it's a very very specific set of circumstances. You want to chase, go ahead and chase. Mm. Okay. So anyway, let me just double check that I've done everything correctly. Commissions are all done. Daily rewards. I'm out of resin, so that means I've done some work. And I'm not finished with the Bible Crystal, but I'm halfway through. And looking at the rest of it, it should be okay. 2000 is not impossible. You just have to apply. And no, I'm not going for platinum. My looking at it, my ability to use the team to build the team properly is not there yet. I'm compensating with an over engineered build, but yeah. Anyway, so uh yeah, I will clear the rest of the event next tomorrow. Tomorrow will also be fake fake farming. Then we should be able to close.
All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. Eyes.
Oh, what the hell happened to him? What was I supposed about to say? I would be able to. I think they're all okay now. Uh, Tomorrow with the emblem, I should be able to clear the last.
Error.
Okay, I definitely can finish Bennett's artifact. That one that we were doing. It's just whether I can finish the last one in Bennett. After Bennett, I want to quickly build up. Okay, the thing I am having a problem with right now is Thea. Thea right now is not doing as well as I would like her to do. Right? Everything else is fairly okay. Her ER needs to go up, so I need to focus on that. So this one is the first one that I'll raise. Crit damage is already there. The rest I'll raise as per normal. But my feel is she's not quite doing as much damage as I would like. She's at 20%, yeah, 24% artifact set, and she's doing 6k on a crit burst. My guess is 8 to 10k on a non, but she will only be doing 100k of damage. She's not going to vaporize anything lah. She's not good enough to do that, and even with Kokomi helping her, she may not be able to do it. So I want to raise the artifacts to see what she's capable of. I'm very curious on that one. Anyway, I'm going to stop the stream now. Thank you for
The
watching.
world remains constant over the
Thank you for watching. I'm really a bit too tired to continue. So I will, like I would say, I'll finish off the event tomorrow, and we'll do a bit of emblem farming, and then we see how things go from there. Okay. That's it for tonight. Thank you. See you guys tomorrow.